Hello, welcome to Business Reporter's The Future of Payments campaign. I'm Ashley Blake. Historically, businesses have looked at payments as a cost of doing business rather than a growth driver. This is the result of a lack of strategic thinking about payments, and its impacts are numerous. Lost sales, steep cross-border fees, poor customer experience, as well as higher costs of expansion. But what if businesses began to think about payments strategically? Could they see higher revenues, elevated customer experiences, and a reduction in costs? This is what we're going to discuss today with Ralph Dangelmayer, CEO of BlueSnap. Payments online seem to be smooth and intuitive for me, but what's it like for companies who accept our money? Is this the golden age of payments for them?
Businesses face three key challenges when they're trying to accept payments online. First, they have higher checkout abandonment rates. That means that they spend a lot of time to get a shopper to their site, and then when they go to checkout, they abandon the transaction. The second problem they have is as the transaction is going through, it gets declined. And this is called low authorization rates or high declines. That's the second problem they have. And then the third issue they have is if they get through the checkout abandonment and if they get through an authorization process, we find that businesses are paying higher fees than they need to be to process payments.
So you mentioned three major challenges there: the high rate of checkout abandonment, low authorization rate, high payment processing fees. But how serious are the impacts on businesses?
Well, businesses are spending a lot of money attracting people to their sites or sending out invoices. And what's disappointing is when shoppers or businesses then abandon the checkout process because they don't have the right tools for them to check out. Also, what happens is they'll then get higher declines, and then if they're sending the payments and not what we call intelligent payment routing, they'll end up with higher fees and it'll cost them a lot more money to maintain the technology. So these are the issues that businesses are having today, which is why they have to make changes in the future.
Okay, this sounds like 20 billion reasons for a strong solution. How does BlueSnap help?
And we do it by looking at their business in four ways. With creating higher authorization rates on their payments, we help them reduce checkout abandonment, we help them reduce their fees that they're paying on their payment transactions, and reduce the maintenance or what we call technical debt for them to maintain the connection to the payment systems.
Okay, Ralph, let's imagine I'm the CEO of a business that's installed these BlueSnap solutions. What is my measure of success?
Well, the impact this has on sales is significant. We have data that shows sales are increased anywhere from 3 to 12%, depending on the region that you're selling in or depending on the payment types you use. And we're able to reduce costs for that merchant anywhere from 50 to 100 basis points, so a half to 1%. This is a significant ROI for the businesses and how they have to look at redoing or managing payments in the future.
You mentioned earlier that checkout abandonment is also challenging businesses. How do your solutions respond to this?
What this means is a shopper comes to a site to buy from a business or a merchant, and when they go through and fill up their cart, when they get to the checkout page, they find out that it's not in their local language, it's not in their local currency, and they may not have the payment type that they're used to paying with. So they abandon the transaction. This is the first problem. The second problem is after they get through the checkout process and they put their card information in, their card will get declined. So the shopper's cards decline. This is frustrating. on both sides, from the shopper and for the business. And then if the card is accepted and it goes through, we find the businesses are paying higher fees on the processing of those payments than they need to be. These are the challenges that we see facing businesses or merchants selling online today.
What makes BlueSnap special?
At BlueSnap, we give you one solution, so one connection to solve these problems. And why that is beneficial to the merchant is they don't have to maintain multiple systems, they don't have to maintain one system. So for example, if there's a new e-wallet that becomes really popular, you only have to maintain that once rather than 4 or 5 times. So this creates a much better experience for you as a business on maintaining payment systems.
Ralph, we've had an overview of how BlueSnap is solving the problem of individual businesses. Let's imagine many companies take on your technology. What will be the impact on the whole market?
We've built a very powerful platform that allows businesses to increase their sales and reduce costs. And the more people become educated on payments, the more they're able to use it strategically to grow their business. The recent pandemic has been a catalyst for change, and people are starting to take payments into their platform more seriously and more strategically. And those that are doing that are having much more success. And so the key goal for BlueSnap is to continue to evolve and offer the products and solutions that allow the businesses to continue to grow.